What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. I'm back again with the homie Keon from Central Park Blood, Six Dudes Brims. We left off last time in part one where he was just entering the Alabama prison system, and we're gonna pick up from right there and let him finish his story. So the last time we left off, you had just the 5 year bid. You had just entered the system. Tell me, what was it like your first day in Kilby? And for those who don't know, Kilby is the reception center for the Alabama prison system.
Oh man, when I got to prison, that's when I had understood that this is a whole world inside of a world. You know what I mean? They play by their own set of rules in there, if it makes any sense. So when I got in there, it really was kind of strange because it's like, but I ain't used to nobody talking to me crazy, and that's the first thing they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey man, what's up? You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of tactic that was, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they was all in the face talking, this, that, and the third, and then you know, for those that been down the road, they be like, Scott, Quat, bust it over, bust your pussy. You know, I mean, you be talking to me like, man, what's wrong with you? You know, the guard, but like I said, it's a word inside a word. They keep talking, even the guards talking to you. You like, man, I ain't none of that. So you've been crashed out, you know what I mean, for real. And sometimes I don't know if that's a setup, you know what I'm saying, in the system, because it's supposed to be a place of correction. But it seemed like to me, you know, you throwing me off it. I don't know, but you know, it was the receiving part. It was kind of crazy. I seen dudes that was trying to link up with dudes. I guess, you know, it's like our first time in here, man, and they trying to hook up. But for me, I was just different, man. I ain't want to be all right with no dude. You know what I'm saying? I just, if I knew something that we thought that we banged with along the way, because one thing about prison, if they did time when back in juvie, 9 times out of 10, the same dude that was in juvenile with you did time in the county, you're going to wind up seeing them same dudes 9 times out of 10 in the pen and all. Yeah, I seen some dudes I met I knew on the street, a couple dudes I did time with, but some, you know, a lot, I just didn't want to hanging with cliques, you know what I mean? Not from the jump, you know what I mean? I was a blood, you know what I mean? But now, if you was a blood, nah, that was different. Now, I was willing to introduce myself. Are you blood, dog? Oh, yeah, I'm blood too, my nigga. Because I'm used to that tradition on the street, and I brung it in prison too, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how the beginning stage of it. And you know, I seen dudes trying to look for cliques. I seen white boys that couldn't be a man and stand up. You know, I seen dudes that needed help to survive. Man, I seen the dudes that, you know, no disrespect, you know what I mean? But, you know, a lot of dudes that just wasn't nothing, and there wasn't a blood or they wasn't a G or Crip, they ran the Muslim, you know what I mean, for help, you know what I mean? There's some strong, good brothers up in there, man. So like I said, you know, prison gonna bring out who you is. What's ever in your tank, what's ever up under that hood, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? It's gonna bring it out.
Let me ask you this: how long were you incarcerated before you got into your first altercation?
Yeah, the first month. Yeah, I was in there within a week or two. I say, when we caught stuff, however long it was, you know what I'm saying, when you can catch a store after you done came in there, and it ain't gonna be long, you know, we catch a store. And like I said, I ain't know no better that then. None of us did. You know, there no, you new to the system by your AIS number. And those that weren't new to the system, they looked at us and I guess they, you know, thought, get the person, you're gonna be tried and tested, it don't matter, man, you know what I mean? So I guess somebody seen the opportunity, my radio came up missing. Yeah, that's right, I thought I could leave my radio on my bed. I just went to the store, radio cost me about $50, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know no better about buying up the land. I done spent $50 I ain't have, and somebody just stole my radio, man. I wouldn't have it. So, you know, it really didn't matter who really had it. You know how you could just look and just think who got it? And that's how it went. Cause it was like that dude maybe you was that dude that always be looking at me. You know that dude, that one person that you be like, man, that dude always be sweating me or something. Dude, but you better go. You know how you be calling yourself thinking for the next person, but at that point, you know, when my radio came up missing, You can go to swinging them hands and go to throwing the thing to the point he ain't got. I bet you somebody gonna tell you who you got it. So that's how I wired up, and I learned that real quick. I ain't cut up till I want my radio. I wasn't finna stop. One about finna make me do nothing. Give me my radio. So I love it. So my little name was starting to ring from there, from that one point at Kilburn. So I kind of like had a smooth sailing only at that place. You know, it's different levels, but at that prison, the process camp, you just stand about 3 months before you get to your next camp. You're gonna do a bid at. It was, you know, I had a smooth sailing after that, you know.
So when you left there, what prison did they send you to?
Well, it was the first bid. Like I said, we're still on the first bid right now. They sent me to Fountain. That was down there Mobile. Oh man, and then it's like, you know, for people like me, you know what I mean? It's like, out of all the prisons I can go to, you know, they sent me, because back then is and I think it's still like that to this day, you know, they ride like 205, T-Town, Montgomery, Mobile. I hate Birmingham. You know what I mean? It was like that back then. I think it's still kind of like this, like with now, man. And it was like I was hearing stories at Kilburn, like what prisons not to go to. You don't want to go down at the bottom. You wish you can go to the thing, go somewhere with Montgomery, woo woo. And they sent me to the bottom of the barrel. And then they ain't like you down there. But the only thing about it that worked in my favor, Blood. It's like this Blood City down there, man. It's like, man, I go in there like, if you a Blood, man, it's like ain't nothing love. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like, but it didn't stop me from had to put my demonstration down. I knew that I wasn't gonna chill up in there. I wasn't gonna do anything until I go to jail. It's time to go to lock up. You know, it didn't really matter. You know, I knew, and it was easy for me to do it because I ain't had nobody sending me no money out there.
Now, for those who are listening, when you heard him say it was time he had to go to jail, I tell y'all all the time, and I tell y'all my old stories. In Alabama, the word jail means lockup, going to the hole. We just say going to jail.
Yeah, we going to the hole or whatnot. So, you know, they call it a play. A lot of people scared to go to the hole. I ain't. It's just another place for me to gather my thoughts and think, you know what I mean, and figure out what's going on with me or, you know, my surroundings. That's me time, and I feel like a lot of people need that, but but down there, when I put my little demonstration down, it was like within the month, first month or two down there, you know, it really wasn't a rush altercation, because like this was finna be. So I'm just scoping and peeping everybody, because it's more prison than everybody locked in. You begin to peep. You better peep who. You better watch who. And I was one of them ones that was carrying myself that an old timer told me, it looked like you did time before. Man, I just been locked up a lot of my life, and I ain't friendly, you know what I mean? So I guess I just know how to conduct myself in a place like that, and that's when somebody, you know, I guess, you know, it wasn't somebody try me, you know, you didn't have to try me. I could feel disrespected. That's enough for me, you know what I mean? Because I just went with talking. We can do other than talk. We can go to swinging, because I understood one thing when I went to prison to them. It's they don't understand, they don't respect no solid dude. They don't respect no real, they don't respect nothing but violence. If I could just make it plain. If you could be a solid dude, you could be real, you could be thorough, you could be cut from this cloth. Man, if you ain't bringing no violence to the door, man, you can have all the money you want to, you can have a clip, but eventually, I done seen all of them that were hid behind that money, hid behind them young niggas here. Guarantee it's gonna always be an animal that ain't gonna be caring nothing about none of that. I'm coming for that, and I'm gonna expose you, and I'm finna take all that. Yeah, you're gonna have them. So you either gonna get out, or you gonna have a rough time up in that big dog.
You telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I seen them in there because they got a few homeboys with them, or they may have, you know, they got the dope sacks, so they got dudes, you know, tail kissing behind them because they think they're gonna get a crumb thrown to them. But now when them animals, when them real apex predators, when they catch his eye and they decide, oh, you know what, man, I'm finna hit that right there. That's me. Here it come, and they gonna curl up like a snail with salt on them.
Yep. Seen that happen many times, you know. So, you know, like I said, it's a world inside a world. But when I did them first 5 years of prison, you could say it was a smooth sailing. I learned some, but it was a joke. If it makes sense, it was like, man, I'm in prison now. this ain't nothing. And, you know, I put my little demonstration down along the way. I done been to Birmingham County. I done here to kill me, I'm in here, so then I'm a blood. You know what I mean? Like I said, the camp that they sent me to was all dominant blood, and I was real advanced in the knowledge and in the wisdom when it comes to the black gang and history. So, you know, they just wasn't hipping me. I was putting down on them, you know what I'm saying? Schooling them on stuff. So it was like, okay, that's blood. So, you know, I began to have respect, and then, you know, the other blood, you know, they began to like, cause I was young when I came in there, but you know, they seen my heart out with the little young dude. You know, you're gonna have a little clique, wild clique, they just crazy. I was one of them ones, and there was older dude that, you know, hit me, ain't little youngster, everybody ain't trying to do this, that, and the third. You just chill sometime. But yeah, the first 5 years wasn't there, man. I, you know, been in rides, but now that was my first time. I did experience a few rides, you know, in them years, you know. Yeah, I got down there because, like I said, I'm from Birmingham. I'm in Mobile. At the end of the day, you be blood all you want to, but it's gonna come a line where y'all gotta understand this is where that line cross. You either on this side or you on this side. And anyway, you know about no gangs, you know, it was about a city thing. Now it's Mobile, that's my homeboy. See, a homeboy in there is consist of where you from. Like for instance, I'm from Birmingham and I'm from Central Park. And he from Birmingham, he from the east side. In that world, that's my homeboy. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, so because we from the same city, and it even goes so further that T-Town link up with Birmingham because they 205 and they try to get even thicker and formal. But you know, Mobile at the time, you know, they hate Birmingham. You know, I really don't know. Birmingham, I can't tell it, but now when you go inside that world, it's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is.
He ain't lying, Foundation. I was in there many years, and I witnessed and noticed and seen and experienced myself the hate between Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I tell y'all a lot of them different cities would always try to click up because Birmingham, wherever you go, is always so deep. Even if it's at the bottom in Mobile and Montgomery area, Birmingham is deep everywhere, especially when they hook up with T-Town. For y'all who don't know, T-Town means Tuscaloosa. They got some hard-headed cats out of there, boy. Look here. Woo-hoo-hoo. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I never forget it, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the first time I got introduced to a ride, it kind of like, y'all gotta understand, you know, you can hear what I'm saying, but it ain't nothing like living it when I was just being there. And I'm here, I'm in jail, and you know, you be thinking you hard. Well, you know, I'm faced with a level in life where I'm like, man, my partner, I know he from this our homeboy, and it's finna go down. He finna get it to it. It ain't just one dude, it's like a few of them, and you got dudes saying, man, once he do this, man, we go. And I hear rumors over here, and you just know the tension's so thick, you ain't gotta hear it, you can feel it. It's already locked in, and I had made a call home. That was before they had cell phones in there, because I hit in the area before they had cell phones. So I got on the phone and called home, and I'm going to tell y'all what got me the edge to make it through. Called home, I said, hey, Mom. I said, man, I don't know what tomorrow going to bring. I just want to tell you I love you. She said, what's up? I said, man, it's going to be a ride tomorrow. I knew I was gonna be a part of it, you know what I mean? Because I know what kind of nigga, I know how I am. I know there's no way I'm a stand-up guy, I'm a frontline soldier. So I knew all that big boy capping and how people know you is when it's time to stand up, you understand it's gonna be time to stand up. You know what I mean? So I knew, hey man, I'm gonna go in because know my partner's over there, man. I ain't no way in the world I'm gonna run with them every day, and now it's time to squabble and get on, and I ain't nowhere to be found. So I called home like, man, so I don't know what tomorrow gonna bring, mama, but I just want to tell you I love it. She said, what? I said, it's gonna be a ride. She said, let me tell you one thing. She said, man, you got 2 daughters and you got a mama. Whatever you gotta do to make it up out of there, you better do it. And when she said that, man, it was like, man, y'all niggas messed up in here, man. And for real, cause that was like, out of all the stuff, I didn't know what I was gonna hear, but I heard them words right there, man. You gotta understand from a mother perspective, you know what I mean? You know, she still, you ain't gotta have a level when you get into jail. That'll make somebody tune into you and maybe be more concerned, even if they did fumble the ball when you was out there. And she did know you got 2 daughters, and regardless of me, you didn't see eye to eye coming up. I'm still your mama. I love you, man. I need you to make it up out of there. But man, I didn't know what I want to hear. But when I heard that, man, I snapped.
Voice of approval.
It was over with, man. I really didn't care nothing about it. I knew one thing. Y'all ain't finna hurt me. You ain't finna kill. You ain't finna do none of that to me in here, cause I'm finna go crazy out here.
Right.
So and that's how I did when we went through that ride. And it went down the next day on the yard, early in the morning. All dorms out there. And it was just one of them scenes where, man, have y'all ever seen a man face get broke? Yeah, I did. I didn't know that, but it started off. Dude was on the wall, and it's like my face right here. And I'm gonna show y'all, man, and I never forget it. And it was an old time I had a cane. And the dude walking by, and he already knew what he was gonna do, and he had wound up grabbing the man cane up out his hand. So real quick, and the dude, he finna apply pressure to it right there in front of him. When he grabbed the man cane, man, the man swung it like he was finna hit a home run, and he hit him right here. I want y'all to know that right there up under that collarbone. And if you hit a man right there and break that, he soaked that man whole face in, man, to this day, man. And never, I don't know, maybe it takes some free world help.
He crushed his cheekbone.
Yeah, he brought, so to me, I'd be like, man, he broke his face. You know what I mean? So it went down on a level, you want to know how deep did it go? That was the intro. So imagine the rest, locks in the socks, boom, knife, wham, swinging, anything. It was like violence, bro, and nothing you could do, but that's how it is in that world,
That's right.
It's a ride, man, everything, you coming with everything when 2 cities, 2 headsets, but it be so thick, a lot of dudes, like I said, they more so, some getting out the way, but those that's getting in there, it's gonna be a hurdle. C-51. That means everybody finna get shipped to every different prison. We finna bust this up.
Transferred right now.
And transfer y'all to all kind of prison and bust this up out of there, and that's what happened.
Now let me ask you this: after you made it through the first 5-year bid, when you got out, how long did you stay out?
4 months.
Stayed out 4 months.
Yep. Stayed out 4 months. The crazy thing about it, I didn't even do nothing this time. I knew I had in my mind that I wasn't gonna chill with the dudes I used to chill with when I went to prison. Before I came to prison, I said I wasn't gonna meet no new dudes because I ain't friendly. So I just thought I'd be staying in my lane. I can't then get into me, but I wasn't prepared for a dude I did time with in prison. And when he out and we done built the button and I get out and I see him, that was kind of like the catch, because it ain't no new dude. There ain't no dude, it was a dude I met in prison, and we went to chilling. But like I said, for those that listening, man, be real with yourself, man. You don't never know what nobody got going on in their life, man, or how they living when they ain't around you, man. That's one of the valuable lessons I learned out of there, because, man, he had got caught up twisted in something by me not knowing, and I got a car. God have blessed me with a good lady, I'm straight. Basically, you'll be like, man, you winning right now. You ain't got to do nothing. From 2004 to 2009, I was doing a bid. I got out July 27, 2009. December the 4th, 2009, I'm back incarcerated in the county jail because I'm guilty by association. You know what I mean? The car he was in is wanted for a criminal aspect, for questioning, and by me, my past, you know what I mean? And it's not that I did it, it's just that you run my name, bro. He's a man, and then we looking for, we gonna take y'all in because we in questioning for this type of case. And here it is, y'all up here, we got 2 people of the same kind, and y'all some robbers, or y'all need time for robbing, we looking for robbing sister, but I'm like, dude, you better tell him, man. Cause that's how would you want me to feel when man, we just finna ride up here and go to the movies, dude, and chill out for a minute and with our lady friends, and we never made it to get this girl, and I had my girl in the car, and it was like, boom,
So
like
you went back for a robbery?
Right, you know what I mean? The dude, I'm gonna tell you how partners, dudes that you think, like I said, I didn't know him. I met him in prison, you know what I mean? And I got out, and you know, he seen me and we tried to, I guess, keep what we had in prison, take it out here, and you know, niggas, dude sour out here, man. Dude got into some old weird crazy stuff on his end. You ain't let me know on his end. You could have warned me, man. I'm sorry, man. Give me the option to get in your car now, man. I have a whole car. I ain't had to get in your car, but, you know, I got up in there and, like I said, man, waiting for questioning by me being, you got to understand, I've been to jail all my life. So you ain't me, and I ain't you. The level the things I done from 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, man, come on, I've been putting in work, big dog, till I went to prison, and here it is to the system. I'm a menace, dog. How many times have you been on that road? How many times you been a juvenile? Man, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So your rap sheet ain't mine. So when we go in front of them, just they looking for something that fits the criteria of me. So they trying to be all right with you. Hey man, you know, just tell me whoop, and you know, dude was like, man, he did it. I'm in there looking like, man, I can't tell you nothing I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, what you want me to tell you? He did, I can't tell you that, man, I don't know nothing. And sad as it went, man, you know, I'm gonna tell you how God, let me tell you some things work, man. I had copped out to life because I was scared. You know what I mean? I was afraid. They said it was only one or two options for me. Either you take life or you go to trial and you lose, you'll get life without parole. I'm like, man, and me knowing it ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna beat up in here. And then my lady friend that, you know, that God blessed me with, I had ruined that. She got, you know what, I mean, somebody's been there and you come to them 30 and you've been out 4 months, you go in jail, man, that's where you want to be. That ain't where I want to be, man.
No.
Man, come on, man. And it's like people giving me rough and hard shoulders, so it's like, nah, man, I can't fight them in court, not with no court appointed lawyer, man. And y'all talking about throwing away my life, so I had to get up out of there. And even though I ain't had no evidence, it was like, man, just give me life, man, because y'all gonna make it in a way anyway to make it stick. So I go down the road and, you know, got the blessing that God gave me, she began to come back. And I was like, man, just do me one favor before, because it's two ways you.
So let me say this. On your second bid, you went back with life.
Yeah, I had copped out with life.
To the life sentence. And I've been trying to explain the foundation that when I had caught my case out here, they was trying to give me life without, but I end up, by the grace of God, with life. And I was so happy. And a lot of people couldn't understand why a person getting a life sentence in prison would be happy, but they don't understand. In Alabama, life it's not like that. You can get life, but you could do, at the time when I came in, 7 years and start going for parole, 15 or whatever.
7 years.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just a little different, but yeah.
So when they had sent me to life, I copped out the life. You know, I'm gonna show y'all God. Y'all gotta see God in the picture too. You know, I ain't do it. Man, I ain't do this here. And then I get down there and I tell my people, I say, give me a lawyer. And because I never did see my paperwork. I don't know what you got. I don't know the most. I don't know nothing, man. I just did basically what court appointed lawyer do. Run you through it, sign your name, just get you up out of there. So when she got me a lawyer, and the lawyer got the paperwork and reviewed it, 8 months later, he said he seen an error. Well, the judge made an error in the paperwork, and that was enough to get my case reversed. He told me the maximum sentence, but he didn't tell me the least the maximum sentence, which was a constitutional violation and error, which got my case reversed. So now we right back in the county jail where I started, and they like, is you gonna recop out or we gonna go to trial? No, man, we're gonna go to trial. Cause see, I got my strength back. I got my people's my good, but I'm like, no, man, been spending money on the lawyer. And we're finna go to trial. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, we'll bet. So I spent $25,000 on the lawyer, off the Cochran firm, and they had no victim. It's sad, y'all. I'm talking about Birmingham, Alabama. No victim, no witnesses, no co-defendants came to the court on the stand and said I did anything or put a gun in my hand or said I robbed anybody. They had zero evidence at all. I knew I was finna walk. So, but it was a catch. So it was like, all right, trial over with. So they really ain't got enough on me. So what they did that I didn't know until I found out later, the interrogation of my co-defendant when he first got locked up, the DA threw it in there. They needed some damaging evidence against me, and they didn't have it because I didn't do it. But they like, I'm making sticks, so they shot while the jury deliberated outside of my presence, the judge's presence, my lawyer presence. They showed a DVD of the interrogation of the detective interrogating him, saying, giving him my history. Man, you know about Keon. He dangerous, man. He done been in jail before, man. He done robbed people before, man. I know he did it because, you know, my life and how I used to live. So he telling these all these things. So if you're a jury and now you hearing things like, man, that man been in jail before. He done robbed people before. He done did all of these things they couldn't say in court because I never opened my mouth. All of these things getting said in there, and they want them to deliberate after you watch the DVD and make it seem like he's guilty. Well, they couldn't find an answer the first day. The next day, they come around and they ask the judge with his arm. Now the judge violate again. The judge say, arm, come on, y'all. If somebody walk up to y'all and say, give me your money, you ain't gonna just give them your money, are you? But if they got more power and more force, you don't want to get hurt. And they walk back in the day, and I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? Because I'm trying to figure out, man, I know, man, I don't know what y'all trying to do, dog. But I ain't, you know, come on with it, because y'all seen the trial like me. And they came back 5 minutes later after that with a guilty verdict. Oh, man. So y'all heard the alternative. You go to trial, you lose. Life without the possibility of parole. That's just said it. I dropped back. I like, man, what just happened, bruh? You know, no victim, no witness, nobody said I robbed, no nothing, and you mean to tell me? But you know what, I was like, you know, here it is, I gotta figure it out, man. I gotta get up out of here, man. I don't know, I'm in a place in my life where if God was trying to get my attention, you got it. You feel me? Have y'all ever got to that? I'm talking about for real, man. My life is gone. It's over with. You know what I mean? The judge sentenced me to, it's 2 death sentences in Alabama, in case y'all don't know. They got the death penalty, which is called a death penalty, but if they send you to life without parole, that's the other death penalty, because you're going to die in prison whenever you do, but you'll never get out. Mm-hmm. So they sentenced me like that, man, and like I said, man, God began to work on me, man, and it's crazy, man. I'm going to tell y'all something, how me and my brother wound up being too along the way, but now here it is. I went down there this time after getting sentenced with life without parole. Life was different for me. You know, I was a wild dude, man, until I realized it felt like my whole world came to an end now, man. It's like, dang, I was going to get out in 10 years.
Okay, Foundation. That's going to conclude part 2 of the brother's story. Stay tuned for part 3.